Hey everyone, so a little bit of a different video here today because we're going to be looking at the Jabees Serenity Bluetooth eye mask, and this is the first eye mask I've ever tested, and I was honestly pretty excited because I'm a little bit of an avid bedtime music listener, and now I've got the eye mask to go with it. But how do these actually work? Because I'm not just picky with my audio, I'm also pretty picky with my sleep as well. And you might be asking yourself, like, is it comfortable? Can you sleep on your side with your earbuds in? How do they sound? Well, I'll be answering all these burning questions and more and letting you know if they're worth it. Now, I did reach out to Jabees for another pair of earbuds and they asked me if I wanted to test these as well. So here we are, and I'll leave some links down in the description below. These aren't affiliate links, they're just some links I found. Not many people sell these right now. So you'll be getting my honest, picky opinion as usual. We're going over both the pros and the cons, and we're going in depth. So if you're picky with your audio and your sleep, so am I. And I'm here to help. Let's get into another picky review. Alright, let's start with the physical features and design of the eye mask. And the actual eye mask is met in a nice little plastic pouch, nothing too special there. But the materials here on the eye mask are actually pretty good. Like, the whole mask is comprised of memory foam with a bit of like a velvet finish on the front side. Feels super smooth. You've also got a nose baffle, didn't know that's what it was called, to block out that cheeky light, and a Velcro strap to strap the bloody thing to your head, and it even fits my giant head. The pretty tiny ear tips dangle on either side of the mask there, and you also have your module underneath the front side of the mask, and you've got some button controls on the front, which controls the module underneath. And in terms of controls here, you can control everything except for voice assistance. It takes a bit of practice to feel where the buttons are, since you're wearing a mask, you can't see, but a little bit of practice and you get used to it. And speaking of the module, this is where you'll find your on and off power switch, as well as a USB-C charging slot, and you get a cable included. And speaking of the charging time here, you're gonna get 11 hours with the eye mask and 130 hours on standby, which is kind of low, but you probably would be listening to this at like the lowest volume. So kind of running a test at the lowest volume, and I'll let you know what I get. You can also take the module and the earbuds out of the eye mask, so you can clean your mask with some skin-friendly detergent. The process is a bit tricky, but there's a YouTube video explaining how to do it. And in terms of lights flashing around here, there's no unnecessary flashing action going on, which is what you would expect with a sleep mask. So good stuff there. And of course, this module is what powers everything, and on it you're getting Bluetooth 5.0, SBC and AAC codecs, and multi-point connection. That's right. Barely any true wireless earbuds have multi-point connection, yet this eye mask does. I don't get it, and it works really well. It actually works better than my Sony XM4s that I just recently got. It's more seamless than the XM4s. It works great. I don't know if anyone would use it with an eye mask. Maybe there is some use, but it's there in case you need it. I also tested latency. Don't really know why, because the mask kind of blocks your sight. But anyway, barely minimal on YouTube and Netflix. I also ran the mask through my Bluetooth range test, and this is hilarious, but it's the first ever pair of audio or earbuds I've tested. I got 100% in both tests. So in my outdoor test, it's 27 meters and a nice clear open space. And in my indoor test, it's 17 meters, downstairs, upstairs, through about 5 walls, flawless. So I don't know, if you want to use your eye mask like 30 meters away from you, you're good to go. So pretty crazy stuff in terms of Bluetooth and connectivity. I hope other budget earbuds can get whatever that thing's using. It could be because the module, they can't fit that in earbuds, but anywho, moving on to what's most important here, and that's comfort and fit. And overall, it's pretty decent. It works fine if you're sleeping on your back. You kind of feel the Velcro on the back of your head, on your pillows slightly, and it's not as comfortable when you sleep on your side. Since the memory foam is quite thick, you kind of feel like your head elevates the tiniest amount, but you can kind of like adjust it, move it around a little bit, and make it feel a little bit better. But look, it's not gonna feel like you're just sleeping only on your pillow. And you're probably wondering how the earbuds feel when you're lying on your side. And again, it's actually not too bad. The earbuds, again, pretty compact. You get small, medium, and large ear tips included. The mediums work the best for me. You do feel like a little bit of pressure, but it's something that probably wouldn't affect your sleep that much. And again, it's like one of those things you can kind of maneuver around. You can kind of like lift the eye mask up a bit and put more pressure on the eye mask, which takes the pressure off the ear. Again, move around, play around with positioning, and it's actually better than I thought. I did give this a go on a full night's sleep, and it wasn't the best, but it wasn't too bad. And I also just used it in the middle of the day with all my lights on and tried napping. Got a pretty good nap in. And in terms of how much light this blocks out, since the memory foam is quite thick, actually does a pretty decent job. And when you got the eye mask on and you can get a good seal on your nose, like I got a pretty big nose, so a little bit of light kind of seeps through, but for your regular Joe nose, it should be fine. And when you have the eye mask on with light on, you can close your eyes and open your eyes, and you can't really tell the difference when you're in quite a lit room, and it blocks out most of that light. So pretty impressive stuff there. So overall comfort in my testing was actually better than I thought. You also have like a little opening for the eye socket there to provide more room. I didn't notice like I was sweating too much. It is kind of colder here at the moment, so I don't know how these would go in like summertime, but yeah, again, better than I expected. So I personally wouldn't use these on like a regular night's sleep. Maybe if you're napping in the middle of the day, if you're in a lit room, probably works best if you're camping or like traveling, pumping out hostels when we could travel. I found these would have been great when I was traveling in Europe and hit up DEF CON, Tomorrowland. You know, it's like the last thing you want to do is after a long day of raving is have to wake up with the sun glaring down on you. It's not ideal. And the fact you get pretty decent passive noise isolation from the earbuds would have worked well at DEF CON because the music is kind of pumping out 24/7. But you still kind of get used to it there anyway. But it would have been nice to have this here. I hope I can go to raves soon. I hope I can go back to raves. It's been too long. Not really, it's been like not even a year, but it's been a year, I don't know. Anyways, on to how these sound. And in my opinion here, the most important part about the sound is how low the volume can go. And honestly, I wouldn't say these are bedtime certified. Even at the lowest volume, they're probably just a little bit too loud. Again, it's kind of personal preference. I use a lot of earbuds when I sleep. I'm gonna put up a list here of earbuds that kind of give you more control in the lower volume ranges. But yeah, again, I honestly think this is a pretty big deal breaker for me. It's like, it's still quiet, but I'm pretty picky with my sleep and my audio, so for me, it's just not quiet enough. And in terms of the sound quality here, it's nothing special. It's probably what you would expect from like the cheapest pair of like wired Sony earbuds out there. You actually get a surprising amount of bass, which I find like if you're going to sleep, it's probably not really needed. And the mids and treble are just okay, nothing special. The overall sound is a little bit muffled. It's not bad, it's just, again, nothing too special. But you can probably tell most of the focus was put on the actual quality of the eye mask itself because it's actually really good. It blocks out light really well. It's really comfortable. The build quality materials are great. And it's pretty nice having those super compact earbuds in whilst you're lying inside. You got both earbuds in, which you normally can't do with most earbuds. So good stuff there. My two major cons though are of course the volume, just not going low enough for my personal preference. And the side of the eye mask, again, due to that memory foam being quite thick, kind of elevating the head, reducing comfort when lying inside a little bit. But everything else is on point here, and I had a blast testing these out, and I'm keen to try some more eye masks out in the future. Maybe, I didn't even know these were a thing. But anyway, thanks for tuning in. If you liked the video, please chuck a like down there, comment any questions you have, any earbud requests. I reply to all comments, so don't be shy. Please subscribe, hit the bell button, stay updated. I've got videos coming out every week, so stay tuned. And in the meantime, stay picky with your audio and your eye masks, because life's too short for crappy sound and crappy sleep. See you in the next video. Bye now.